Okay, this is a short video on how to update the online course on Moodle. So basically this course is called Working with Young People course, and in the current time it actually exists as a Word document. So if you log into the portal, you will come to this kind of a screen. You must or you will have editing rights, so you can switch role to the teacher, right? Once you do that, you will get the editing rights, and you can see that once you've done that, you can simply once you've done that, you can simply turn editing on that way, and that way you do have the editing rights. You can see that all these icons turn up. So that icon is to edit the particular resource. In this case, most of the resources that we're going to use are lessons, or they're called lessons. In this case, a lesson is merely a collection of different pages. It also have a navigation on the left hand side. So if I just click up, it'll open the lesson. As you can see, that that is the first page there, the welcome screen, and you also have the navigation on the left hand side. So you can go from welcome screen to message from the chair. So you can see that that's the web page, and obviously I've created that web page, and I'm going to edit the web page so that I can make changes. So in terms of editing the web page, if you scroll a little bit above, you will see edit page content. So if I click that, the page content will be available to me along with a Word document kind of formatting. So if we look at that, that's the page, and that's the title of the page there, and you've got different Word formatting options: bold, italics, underline, the usual stuff. A couple of things that are important is that if you want to, for example, link a word to something in HTML, for example here, so if I want to link working with with young people to a website, I press the link site. Once I do that, I will get a box which will open up, and you can put the URL, so www.rscp.edu.au, and you say OK, and if you want to open it in a new window, you say open in a new window, and you say close. So there you go. So it's once we save it, it should be able to click. I'm going to undo that because we really don't require that. But behind this page, if you want to look at the code, there is another formatting tool icon which is called toggle HTML code, right? So there you go. So that's the HTML code that sits behind the page. In this case, you really don't have to do too much with the HTML code, but it's just for you to know that it needs to be done. So let's have a look at adding another page to this lesson, right? So if I just go down and I say, in this case, I'm just going to cancel it. I don't want the changes. And right, so if you go down there, you will see that there is a page called, there's a tab called edit. So I'm going to edit, right? And then I come to this table which shows the different pages in the lesson. So you can see the welcome screen and the message from the chair. So let's say I want to add one page after a message from the chair. So you go add a page, right? And you can say the type of pages that we require is mostly branch table, right? So you say branch table. So it's going to add up, and it's going to add that new page, right? So once that's done, you can see that the page has a title. So this is let's say a trial. Let's say this is a trial page. Right, so that's just the title which appears for each page. In the content, of course, I can type things. Sentence, right? So I can save it if I want to at this point in time. But what we have to do in this exercise is that we need to get that beautiful frame that that frame that we had for the page. So to do that, you switch to the HTML source code, and then you paste the code that you have in here. So if I do that, you can see that I've actually taken the code and you will have this code available. Just paste it in there. Once you paste it in there and you toggle back, you will see that you have the frame that kind of appears here. So once that is done, then you can simply delete the stuff that exists there, and you can add the text here. Now the text that needs to be added to each page, new page, is defined in two documents. First one is the storyboard document, right? So you'll see that appearing on the screen. The storyboard basically says, on this screen, please take paragraph 1, from which is also given a few words in the first paragraph. Put that paragraph 1, put paragraph 2, and also add a diagram, right? So, or image this way. In most cases, the images will be provided for you, or somebody else will put in the images. So all you need to do is actually go to a document which has the actual content, and then look at the content, right? So it will be this section, for example, ethical and legal issues, paragraph 1 and 2. Yeah. So if you just take copy and paste. So you go copy. What is important is that before you paste, you actually need to remove the formatting for the that word has. So there's a lot of rubbish that word has. So what you do is, once you've taken that copy, you just paste it in a notepad, right, which will strip all the formatting, and then you take copy and and then you just stick it in here. So there you go. So you can see that once we've done that, suddenly it's very big. In this case, we want the font to be just 10 points. So I select all the text that's here, right, and I go normal formatting. Hopefully that will reduce it to 10 points. It hasn't, in which case you select it again and then reduce it to 10 points there, right? So there you go. So you have that, and it's you put in all the content, and then all you do is oh yeah, one more thing before you do is that you also need to define what's going to happen in the next pages. So if you scroll down a little, it also we need what happens when a person comes to this page. So what you do is you say the person can either go to the previous page, right, or they can go to the next page. And to do that, for the previous page, just say jump to previous page, and for the next page, say jump to next page, right? So once we save that, add the branch table, which is the same as save in this case. You will see that the page has been added, right? So the page that we added was the trial page. So I'm going to, and if you look at this, you can for the trial page, you can either move the page up and down. So let us say this trial page needs to come below objective 3, right? So you use this button. So if I do that, it'll show me a screen and tells me where should the trial page be moved. So I say move it after learning objective 3. So once I do that, you can see that trial page is learning objective 3 after learning objective 3. You can also edit directly this page. So if I click that, it will obviously open. You can also preview, or you can delete this page. So that's what's there in the formatting. So you can kind of add pages, reorder them, add content from the documents that have been supplied, format that very carefully with the instructions that have been supplied, and save it. So that's adding content to the lessons. So yes, hopefully this lesson does make sense. So if I go back to the course page and go to introduction, which is a lesson, you will see that the trial page has been added. See, there you go. That's the trial page. If I click it, you will see that the content that we added is very much there. There you go. Well, thank you very much.